as Live Life Aberdeenshire, we've always been interested in promoting health and wellbeing, obviously, and I've always put artists into different sort of social contexts to work with people to improve that. But this was sort of about taking a different approach to joining the physical and the creative together, and working more of a sort of strategically. And then when North East Culture Collective came along and said that they were interested in working with us with a very similar sort of desired outcome, it was perfect. So it was a really good opportunity to work in partnership. And now coming on with bringing the Vinery in as well as a key partner, it means we've got a really nice solid local base to work from.
As Aberdeen Foyer, we're the lead partner here at the Vinery, so they can use the Vinery as a base. And we have lots of different community groups coming in and using the space here at the Vinery. So the community groups that we already work with might want to take part in this project. So hopefully together and you know, with us being a lead partner, we can really have some strong input into what this project's going to look like.
In this area, there's very high instances of respiratory conditions and also people living with drug and alcohol concerns. So that may not be the people themselves, it may be their family and sort of wider connections, but it was quite clear that these statistics are really high in this area. So it seemed a really good reason to bring in the Culture Collective and the Vinery and a creative practitioner to work in this particular way.
I am an ecotherapist and a walking artist, and those two elements in my practice kind of merge together. The way that I work is very much about connecting communities back in with nature. And the creative output or the creative element of the way that I work often takes on a different form, because depending on where we're walking and where we're spending time and learning about and the ecology of the place, the sort of makeup of layers of place will determine then what the output is. I'm not coming in with a ready-made idea or a sort of blueprint to then shoehorn into a community. It's very much, again, back to the sort of responsive, site-specific way of working with what will be appropriate for these groups. And so far there's just been warmth and openness and intrigue about the project, and that, you know, that's the valuable part of that for me.
Today we went down the Duff House grounds, around what I know is the snowdrop walk, the fresh air, exercise, connecting with nature. It's grounding when you put your hands in the trees.
With a few stops and sort of took in the trees and what was around us, and just took in the whole experience, noticed things that I wouldn't normally notice perhaps.
I love going out connecting with nature, touching nature, being in nature, being able to pass on again some of the stuff that I've learned.
I think I found out a lot more about the woods today, especially with foraging. I think just being outside in the fresh air is a good start. And just take time and enjoy it and just get away from everything. That it clears your mind. It clears your mind.
It's been really lovely because I've gone on one-to-one walks with people in Banff and also Macduff. We've gone by the sea, we've walked through the woods, we've sometimes walked just along the high street. You know, it's not really about how far you're walking, and that's where the word wander came from. And this was a participant that had been taking part from the beginning, and we were brainstorming, you know, what are the other words for walk? What are we actually doing here? And it was never a walk, it was more of a meander. It was more of a wander where you're really taking in what you're seeing and you're engaging with your senses, and you're listening to the birds, or you're, noticing what flowers are in season. And you can do all of that in often quite a short, space. And it's not about the physical capability of that person then. It begins to be more about, how can you tune in? How can you enjoy where you are? So wander arrived. And buddy for the person that would be walking with you and supporting you to do this.
For me personally, it's helped my confidence. It's brought my, it's done a lot for me, and just helping and just being part of an organisation has really been great for me, and just helping others, just wherever I can, and being that a listening ear, because a listening ear is often the most important thing. I've had times in my life when I couldn't function due to either depression, stress, whatever, anxieties and things. I have shared that with people to help them to open up, just really to let them understand that I totally understand that what I need support and help.
I've always had the understanding of this coming to an end for me and me moving. And so I guess that's underpinned a lot of the ways I've approached this. And maybe that's why Wander Buddies kind of came about as well, because it's very much about people. It's this we're going to have the benches and we'll have the planters and the maps, and they're all tangible things, tangible outcomes. But there's something around the people and the company and the connection that will carry through with Wander Buddies.
Stephanie came in board and she embraced everything here at the Vinery, and she spent a lot of time speaking to everyone that comes and accesses the services here. And I think the feedback that she got just led to her being able to complement and to grow the walking services that we can actually deliver from here. It was a beautiful companionship, really, and it's just amazing to see how that's evolved into the Wander Buddies.
I think once we've established this in Banff, we can use it as a pilot and go further afield. It seems to be word of mouth is the way to go forward with this project. It's the simple things in life that we've forgotten about. Just looking at nature, having a chat. You don't need to have a path or a road. Just have a wee wander. There's no set route, there's no set goal. It's companionship.
Well, that's what it's all about. It's not just the walking, it's the wellbeing, looking around, seeing all the lovely countryside there is about, and just enjoying talking to other people and getting a nice bit of exercise that's going to do everybody good.
I cannot recommend it highly enough to everybody, which is why I believe in this project and what it's doing. And I just think everybody should be doing it, because I can't even begin to explain the benefits that come along when doing this kind of thing. It's immense.